Here on FDN News, we bring you the topic that college students can't stop talking about. Find out the students' opinions regarding chicken in the hub. Joyful Noise discusses the combination of faith and music. Witness the talent behind the band. Discover how Huntington University men's basketball team fared against Taylor University. Catch the highlights of Tuesday's game. Coming up on FDN News.
I'm James Ely. Chicken has made a comeback this semester in the Hub. The Chicken Coop offers chicken strips, marinated grilled chicken, and chicken sandwiches on your meal plan. You can get chicken with wings with flex. Last semester, campus leaders sent a survey asking students what type of restaurant they would like to replace Chinese food. The all-chicken option beat a build-your-own burger and a Latin American food option. A couple weeks into the semester, FDN News posted a survey on Twitter to get your opinion. Out of 41 votes, 7% of students thought it was amazing, 39% like it, 12% dislike it, and miss the old chicken strips, and 42% wish there was a different option.
I really like them. I've always been a fan of chicken. It's one of my favorite foods, so being able to get them for lunch now is amazing. Plus, they finally brought them back, so that's just the best.
So what do you think? Check out our poll on the FDN News Twitter page. The purpose of Joyful Noise is to lead the campus community in worship. But you may not realize the heart behind the music. FDN's Becca Malott went backstage to discover how the band is implicating more than the audience.
The purpose of Joyful Noise is not only to create music together, but rather to worship together. Being a part of this band benefits the spiritual lives of not only the audience, but the participants themselves. It brings forth the opportunity to communicate and live out the Word of God.
Joyful Noise impacts my spiritual life in many ways. It holds me accountable off stage. Because I'm on stage in front of so many peers, it holds me accountable and makes me realize how hypocritical I am at times.
It's an incredible way to grow as a worship leader. If this is a calling from the Lord, it's such a great way to grow and get out of your comfort zone and depend upon Him. But it's also a wonderful way to learn how to lead with your brothers and sisters.
Joyful Noise is mostly known for their weekly worship sessions at Huntington University's Tuesday and Thursday chapel hours. But what most people don't know is they perform all around the community.
We do sometimes play at other places besides our chapel services. Sometimes we'll lead worship at churches or different conferences or conventions. It just really depends on where the need is and where we are called to.
Large bands are often criticized for being unorganized and divided. However, the members of Joyful Noise do not face these issues. The collective drive to worship keeps the members focused on praise and creates a strong team dynamic while evangelizing the teachings of God.
I believe that the relationship between the band members is something that's really positive. We are very much like a family and very close, and it's just such an intimate setting being on Joyful Noise, so we're very close and it's really good.
From other bands that I've heard, we don't actually fight very much at all, which is not super common of bands that are pretty big. But I think we actually do a really good job of staying cohesive because we're focused on worship. We're not focused on making money or playing music as much as we're focused on worshiping through music. So that's like an added benefit that I would say we have, and I think it works pretty well for us.
Joyful Noise is about giving students a chance to utilize their talents in developing God's kingdom through worship.
Joyful Noise is a great way to fulfill your calling if you're called to worship ministry. Joyful Noise really gives you a platform for your gifts and talents that God has gifted you with.
If you have any interest in music, it's just something where if you improve and you have an actual attitude of wanting to worship, you can do it.
The applications for Joyful Noise were due last Monday, and auditions will be held this coming Monday in the MCA, starting at 7 o'clock. The band is looking forward to observing the talent that will be embellishing Zerker Auditorium this semester. For FDN News, I'm Becca Malott.
Santa was really generous to our friends at FDN Sports. After many years of fundraising, the university was finally able to purchase a new sports broadcasting system that allows for slow-motion instant replay. Leaders say the new TriCaster Mini and 3-play system by NewTrek comes packed with other features that will enhance the broadcast, but it could also impact the outcome of the game. Once implemented, referees will be able to check the replay to make sure they get the calls right.
So I'm really excited about the instant replay that we're going to have. We're going to have a lot more that we can do with baseball, basketball, volleyball, soccer, all the sports that we do, but also graphics. There's a lot more we're going to be able to do. It's going to look a lot more professional, and I'm really excited to see what we're going to be able to do for baseball season this year.
FDN would like to thank generous donors like Fetters Construction, the Athletic Department, the DMA Department, Clooney Landscaping, and LC Media for making this happen. You can check out all the FDN Sports Live athletic broadcasts on the Huntington University YouTube page. And Bray, I heard that FDN Sports went to Taylor this past week. Could you tell us about the Foresters basketball squad?
Yeah, we sent Noah Tobias and Ryan Lockhart to call the games at Taylor University, both men's and women's. And let me tell you, the men's game was a crazy buzzer beater in overtime. We want to show you some of the highlights from that game. That was obviously a crazy game. Men traveling to Upland. And this is men's versus women's here. So it was the last regular season game for the men's Foresters basketball team away. The Foresters were trying to clinch one of the last spots in the Crossroads League tournament. Now here you see a little give and go action from Taylor. They were very close all game, but a nice putback there. Throwing it down and pretty close for the entire game. Moving into the second half, 62-65. Both teams never got out of within 7 points of each other. Mike Bush there sneaking around the defense as he does. And now here inside, Taylor doing a really good job working around inside. Great guard play from the Trojans. They really used it all night. Now here, bit of a crazy play. Ball gets up, goes off of Zach Owens, Lockwood. Mike Bush flips it over his head all the way down to Murder, uncontested. That puts the Foresters up 71-69. Now on the other end, another nice play from Trevor Lockwood, who played with 4 fouls up to the end of this game, but had a nice block there. Now here's where things got into crunch time. Mike Bush coming off the baseline, 47 seconds left, stepping on the baseline, and then here, the next play, traveling, trying to get the ball back up top with 13 on the game clock. Another turnover for him, and it gave the Trojans the ball with 13 remaining. See them coming down the court slowly, down by 2, need a bucket. And you see what they do here, a nice step back. Devin Murder hitting the ground. It's up and good. 4.5 seconds left on the shot clock. Connor Platt inbounds the ball to Mike Bush. Comes up left hand, puts the ball back in his right hand, pulls the 3, and gets it to go. And that is an overtime buzzer beater win for the Foresters. Very crucial, 102-99. And that's really what the Foresters needed right now, James. And it was really something that gave them a good boost. You can see right now the standings for the men. Huntington sitting at 8 and 9 in conference, 12 and 17 overall, sitting right around that 7th spot in the Crossroads League play. The women sitting at about the 5th spot in Crossroads League play, and this is going into conference tournament time. Both teams really starting to peak at the right time, starting to win games lately. And as we speak about finishing out their season strong, coming up this Saturday, both teams going to be playing at home. The women's team tipping off at 1 p.m. against Mount Vernon Nazarene. Men playing at 3 p.m. right after that. You can either show up at the game, again, it'll be here in Platt Arena, or you can watch live. Follow us on Twitter at FDN_sports. Check us out on YouTube as well.
And that's all we have for you on this edition of FDN News.
Make sure to tweet us your thoughts at FDN_news and check us out on our new website, ForcerDigital.net.
Have a good night.